Hi friends, it's Jason, and today I wanted to talk to you about a book that was highly recommended all over Book Talk, BookTube, Bookstagram, all the places. And having read the author's one of her previous books, which I thoroughly enjoyed, I really wanted to check out this one and see if I liked it, because everybody was raving about it. And the book I'm talking about is Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang. And I have mixed feelings with this, because everybody was saying this was like a god tier for them, like 6 stars. I don't know that I'd go quite that far. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I thought it was a great story, but I think I liked Sword of Kaigen better than Blood Over Brighthaven. Just getting that out of the way right now. But I did enjoy this story. So this follows our main character, Sciona, who she's trying to get into the very patriarchal, misogynistic mage academy hierarchy within her society, and they only allow one woman to try out to get into this envelope of mages, I guess you could say, once every 10 years, and usually the woman does not get in. And Sciona has probably the best chance that people have seen in decades. So that's the premise of where we start. There is a prologue that gives you some insight into other characters, or how can I say that? Other people that are in the society but that are not part of the ruling society. There are a lot of different things that are poignant with this story right now, whether that be patriarchy, misogyny, immigration, exploitation, and it goes on. There's so many things in this that are poignant in our society today. So Sciona gets the magic system is very interesting in this. It's very unique. It's not like one I've seen before, which is kind of cool. And it's fascinating at the beginning how they create magic within this society, and it's really interesting. It's really neat. However, throughout the book, it becomes more ominous and more terrifying how this magic is created, and that is a premise in the second half of the book, and it's something that we go on a journey with Sciona to discover. And it's both terrifying and heart-wrenching to her, because it sends her whole world into upheaval. There is what I would say a sort of a romance in this between her and another character, that from the beginning they're kind of butting heads. I don't really want to say it's enemies to lovers, because it's not really the case, but it's in that vein. A lot of people, like I said, rated this book super, super high. It was their favorite book last year, and I don't think that I would go that far. I do think it is a really story, and it is worth reading. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 3 or 4 out of 5. But I don't really like using a rating system, but if I had to gauge it, that's probably where I'd put it. It's not something that I would fall out of my chair for but there's lots in this story that I really, really liked. if I had to recommend an M.L. Wang book, if I had to choose between this and Sword of Kaigen, I would go with Sword of Kaigen every single time. But this is still a very, very good story. I did enjoy it, and I would still recommend people read it. The society that she lives in is, like I said, it's very patriarchal, it's very misogynistic. She is the only woman that gets into, she has to go through this whole trial, and most of the advanced mages in this society are like against her, and it's a whole thing. And then she has to battle throughout getting in and staying in and getting her work done and being able to achieve the things that she wants to achieve. So there's a little bit of a chosen one, tragic hero, slight enemies to, I don't want to say lovers, but there is a vibe between her and another character. And again, there is the whole battle of the misogynistic patriarchal society with the mages and the oppression of another set of people within that society. I don't want to say too much for people that haven't read this book yet, but again, if any of that sounds like something you might be interested in, I definitely do recommend Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang, and if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you again next time.